So, good afternoon everyone. Yung next topic natin no, is regarding angular motion. Ito na rin no, yung magiging last topic natin for this semester. So, una, pag-usapan muna natin no, kung ano nga ba yung angular motion. So, angular motion is defined as the motion of the body about a fixed point or fixed axis. It is equal to the angle passed over at the point or axis by the line drawn to the body. Then, from sa ating linear motion and angular motion, meron tayo madederive na relationship dyan. Kaya kung makikita nyo, no, inuna nating i-discuss yung ating rectilinear motion, sinundan ng curvilinear motion, then sinundan ng ating angular motion. Kasi yung mga equation natin for the linear and angular motion is mapagre-relate natin yun sa isa't isa. Pag-usapan muna natin no, displacement. Si displacement, pagdating sa ating rectilinear motion, denoted siya ng letter S, no? Or sa ibang reference book, pwede siya denoted letter X. Wala namang problema doon. We use letter S or X to quantify the linear distance traveled. Pero pagdating sa ating angular motion, ang ginagamit natin na symbol is theta. For the same, to quantify the angular distance, and ito po ay palagi measure in radians. Next naman no is the velocity. In linear motion, yung velocity natin is denoted siya by letter V, wherein sa ating angular motion, yung ginagamit natin dito is ito pong symbol na to, no, yung W, or ito po ay lowercase na omega sa ating Greek alphabet to indicate the angular velocity. And yung angular velocity po natin no, is expressed siya in radians per second. Radians per second po siya. No? Yan yung kailangan natin laging tandaan. For acceleration naman, we use the lowercase a to denote linear acceleration. Pero pagdating po no, sa ating angular acceleration, ang ginagamit naman natin na unit is Greek letter alpha. So the unit in angular acceleration is in terms of radians per second squared. Then ito po no, hapyaw lang or daan na lang natin no, yung mga relationship. So ito po yung direct relationship with linear and angular motion natin. So ano po ba ang rotational displacement? So rotational displacement, ito rin ang tinatawag natin na angular displacement or as nabanggit kanina, is denoted by theta. So consider natin no, yung disc natin na nag-rotate from A to B direction. Measured in revolution, degrees, or radians. Tandaan po natin, no, paki-add sa ating mga conversion factor, we have 1 revolution is equal to 360 degrees and equal to 2 pi rad. And the best measure for rotation of a rigid body is in terms of radians. Ano ba ang definition ng radian natin? So 1 radian is the angle theta subtended at the center of the circle by 1 arc length S equal to the radius R of the circle. So yung theta daw po natin no, is equal to S over R, where S is yung ating arc length and R is yung radius ng circle natin. So for conversion po, no, we have 1 rad is equal to 360 degrees divided by 2 pi rad. We have 57.296 is equal to 57.3. So pero ito po, no, wag na natin tong sundan kasi pwede naman tayo mag-stored value if ever sa ating mga calculator. Kasi si pi po no, is a non-repeating, non-terminating number. So for angular velocity, again denoted by the lowercase omega, is the rate of change in the angular displacement expressed in radians per second. So velocity is equal to change in theta or change in our angular displacement divided by the change in time. So yung angular velocity natin, again, ang unit natin is radian per second. For the angular velocity, no, minsan sa iba binibigay din ito no as frequency or revolution. Yung F natin, ang unit natin diyan is RPM or revolutions per minute. So if ever maka-encounter kayo no ng mga example problem natin, wag lang natin kalimutan mag-convert no kung kinakailangan natin. Kailangan kasi laging present yung unity of units natin. And angular velocity is equals to 2 pi f. Again, where yung f natin is yung frequency denoted by units na revolution per second. For angular acceleration, again, angular acceleration is denoted by Greek letter alpha. Is the rate of change in angular velocity expressed in radian per second or radians per second squared. And ito po no, yung algebraic representation ng ating angular acceleration. We have angular acceleration is equal to change in angular velocity divided by the change in time. We have the final angular velocity minus initial angular velocity divided by time. The angular acceleration can also be found from change in frequency as follows. We have angular acceleration is equal to 2 pi times delta f over t. Since yung angular velocity natin is equals to 2 pi f, pwede natin i-rewrite, yun yung magiging formula natin. And we have angular and linear speed. So, ano ba ang meron sa ating angular and linear speed? So, from the definition of angular displacement, pwede nating ma-relate no, yung ating angular displacement doon sa linear displacement natin. So, S or displacement is equal to theta r. So, velocity is equal to change in the displacement over change in time. We have delta change in angular velocity times r or the radius divided by change in time. Then we have the change in angular velocity divided by the change in time per r. Pwede natin siya i-represent as angular velocity times r. So, therefore, we have yung linear speed natin. Pwede natin siyang makuha, no, given tayo na angular speed, kailangan lang natin siyang i-multiply sa radius natin. Then, for angular and linear acceleration, on the other hand, mula sa ating velocity relationship, meron tayong velocity is equals to angular velocity times the radius. Then, alam naman natin na ang acceleration natin is change in velocity divided by change in time. We have change in angular velocity times the radius divided by change in time. Then, simplify, we have the change in angular velocity divided by the change in time times r is equal to the angular acceleration times radius. Kasi 'di ba ito po no, itong portion na to sa formula natin, ito po is formula natin for the angular acceleration. So we have the formula for our linear, pwede natin ma-relate si linear acceleration and angular acceleration using this formula. Na linear acceleration is equal to angular acceleration times the radius. And angular versus linear parameters natin. recall natin no, yung definition ng linear acceleration mula sa ating kinematics equation or equation of motion rather. We have A is equals to Vf minus Vo over T. But alam natin na ang ating acceleration, linear acceleration is equal to angular acceleration times radius. And yung velocity natin is equal sa angular velocity times radius. Pwede natin silang i-rewrite no, using this formula. Mula doon sa ating initial formula na A is equals to Vf minus Vo over T, pwede natin siyang i-rewrite na alpha times R equals R times Wf minus Wo over T. Then we can simplify pa yung formula na to. So angular acceleration is the time rate of change in angular velocity. So simplifying this formula, we have the angular acceleration is equal to the angular velocity, the final angular velocity minus initial angular velocity divided by the time. So compare natin no, yung linear and angular formulas natin. So ito po no, yung direct comparison na pwede nating makita sa relationship no, between doon sa ating linear and angular formulas. Hindi na natin siya kailangang isa-isahin no, dahil napaka straightforward naman nung mga formulas natin. Ngayon, para mas maintindihan po natin, no, i-apply natin sa example. Una, ito yung ating first example. A rope is wrapped many times around a drum of a radius of 50 cm. How many revolutions of a drum are required to raise a bucket to a height of 20 meters? So, ano ang given? Given tayo ng radius, 50 cm. Given tayo ng angular ay ng displacement natin rather na linear displacement na 20 meter, pinapahanap sa atin yung angular displacement natin, no? In terms of revolution. So first, no, convert natin yung radius natin into meters para meron tayong unity of units. So applying the conversion factor, so simplify natin, cancel si centimeter, matitirang unit sa atin ay meter. So radius is 0.5 meters. Then apply natin yung formula natin for the angular velocity or angular displacement rather na equals sa linear displacement over r. So 20 meters divided by 0.5 equals 40 rad. Kaya lang, ang pinapahanap sa atin ay in terms of revolution. Alam natin na 1 revolution is equals to 2 pi rad. So kailangan pa natin siyang i-convert pa no, para ma-achieve natin yung hinihingi doon sa ating question. So we have theta is equals to 40 rad times 1 rev over 2 pi rad. Cancel si radius. Cancel si radius. Matitira sa ating unit is revolution. We have theta is equals to 6.37 revs. And ayan po no, yung final answer natin for this sample problem. For our second sample problem, a rope is wrapped many times around a drum radius 20 cm. What is the angular velocity of the drum if it lifts the bucket to 10 meters in 5 seconds? And what is the frequency of revolution for the drum? So given tayo ng linear displacement na 10 meters, radius of 20 cm, and yung change in time natin na 5 seconds. So anong pinapahanap? Pinapahanap sa atin una angular velocity. Then next is yung frequency natin. So again, unang step is to convert yung mga values given natin no, para meron tayo unity of units. So 20 cm, convert natin into meters. We have 0.2 meters rather than solve for the angular displacement. Kasi kailangan natin siya no, para doon sa mga ibang formulas natin. So angular displacement is equal to linear displacement over the radius. So we have angular displacement is equals to 50 rad. Next, formula natin for the angular velocity, we have the change in angular displacement divided by the change in time. Given tayo ng change doon sa ating angular displacement na 50 radius, 50 rads, and we have the change in time value na 5 seconds. So applying the formula for the angular velocity, we have 10 radians per second for our angular velocity. Then for frequency, we have the formula na frequency is equals to angular velocity divided by 2 pi. So direct substitution lang po ito, no? 10 rad per second divided by 2 pi rad per revolution. Applying dimensional analysis and solving using your calculators, we will have the value for the frequency of 1.59 revolutions per seconds. Then, wala naman po inaano, no? Hindi naman kailangan ipakita pa ito, no, na isolve natin per minute kasi naka in per second naman tayo. Pero kung dito pinakita lang, no, na how about kung pinahanap in terms of revolution per minute. Kailangan lang natin mag-convert, no? So, conversion factor natin na 1 revolution per second, multiply lang natin na 60 seconds per 1 minute. We have 95.4 revolution per minute. And yan po, dyan nag-e-end no, yung second example problem natin. Proceed po tayo sa susunod. A disk with a radius of 50 centimeter, rotating at 600 revolution per minute comes to a stop after making 50 revolution. What is the acceleration? Given tayo ng ating initial na angular velocity of 600 rpm, final angular velocity of 0 rpm, angular displacement of 50 revolution, pinapahanap po sa atin yung ating acceleration. So first step is to convert. We have convert natin yung ating final and yung initial na angular velocity. Kasi yung final natin automatic 0 din naman yan. So 600 rev per minute times 2 pi rad per rev times 1 minute per 60 seconds. Applying dimensional analysis, cancel si revolution, cancel si minute, matitira sa atin is rad per second. We have 62.83 rad per second. So solving for, convert din natin into radians yung ating angular displacement. We have 50 rev times 2 pi rad over 1 rev, cancel the revolutions. Matitira sa atin is 314.14 rad. Apply po natin yung formula natin for the angular acceleration na angular acceleration is equals to the final angular velocity minus initial angular velocity divided by 2 pi or 2 theta rather. So direct input po tayo ng ating ano. So we have alpha is equals to negative 3947.6089 rad squared over second per second squared divided by 6.28.32 rad. Alpha is equals to 6.28 rad per second squared. Take note po, no, na ito ay negative yung ating angular acceleration. So bakit negative? Kasi 'di ba, yung initial ano natin we have 600 rpm and yung final natin ay 0 rpm, meaning nagde-decelerate yung figure natin, no, yung problem natin. Then, ang nakuha pa lang natin is angular acceleration. Take note, ang pinapahanap sa atin is yung acceleration or yung ating linear acceleration. So, alam naman natin na ang relationship ni linear acceleration kay angular acceleration is denoted by linear acceleration is equal to angular acceleration times the radius. So, we have 6.28 rad per second squared times 50 cm. We have A, or linear acceleration, is equal to 314 centimeter per second squared. For our next topic, we have the centripetal acceleration or A sub C. So si centripetal acceleration is denoted siya ng formula natin na tangential speed squared divided by the radius of the circular path or denoted siya ng formula na V squared over R. Then where V is yung speed of the mass or the object natin around the perimeter of the circle. So V is denoted din siya para makuha siya again is R times the angular velocity. So applying no yon doon sa ating formula, we have the centripetal acceleration is equal to R times angular velocity squared over R. We have R squared W squared over R squared. So, angular velocity natin, pwede rin natin, centripetal acceleration natin, pwede rin natin siya makuha using the formula the R times the angular velocity squared natin. So, ito po na yung dalawang possible formula for centripetal acceleration. For the centripetal force naman po, so it is the force that must act on the mass M moving in a circular path of a radius R to give the centripetal acceleration V squared R mula po sa ating second Newton's law na F is equals to ma or F is equals to mass times acceleration. We have F sub c, centripetal force is equals to mv squared over R. Pero alam naman natin na yung sa V natin, substitute lang natin yung value ng V. We have m times R times the angular velocity squared. Wherein yung centripetal force natin is directed towards the center ng circular path natin. So dito meron po tayong sample problem, no? The bob of pendulum 90 cm long swings through a 15 cm arc as shown in the figure below. Find the angle theta in radians and in degrees through which it swings. So again, given tayo ng radius na 90 cm, given tayo ng arc natin equals 15 cm. So, pinapahanap sa atin is yung theta in radians and in degree. So, we have again formula natin for the theta or angular displacement natin is S over R. We have 15 over 90. Cancels the centimeter. We have 0.167 rad. Then, to convert radians into degrees, is kailangan lang natin siyang i-multiply ng 360 divided by 2 pi rad. Cancel ang unit natin na rad. Then si pi po, no, si input nyo siya using your calculator. So theta is equal to 9.57 degrees. Yung ating angular displacement. For our next sample problem, a fan turns at a rate of 900 RPM. 900 RPM. Find the angular speed at any point at the fan blade. And then B, find the tangential speed of the tip of the blade if the distance from the center to the top is 20 cm. So ano yung pinapahanap? Una, pinapahanap is si angular velocity. Then, pinapahanap din si tangential velocity natin, tangential speed. So, again, we have formula natin, no, for the frequency. Kailangan natin siyang i-convert, no, in terms of revolution per second. So, we have 900 revolution per minute times 1 minute over 60 seconds. Cancels yung unit na minute. Matitira sa atin is unit na revolution and second. So, we have 900 rev per minute is equal to 15 rev per seconds. Then we have the formula for the angular velocity is equal to 2 pi f. So substitute lang natin yung frequency natin. We have 2 pi times 15 revolution per second. So angular velocity natin is 94.25 radians per second. Then para makuha yung sagot natin for the tangential speed natin, apply lang natin yung formula natin for the tangential speed, which is equal to angular velocity times the radius natin. So 94.25 rad per second times 20 centimeter. So ang tangential speed po natin is 1,885 centimeter per second. So correction lang po, no, ito ay cm per second. For our last sample problem, we have a 200-gram object is tied to the end of a cord and whirled in a horizontal circle of a radius 1.20 meters at a constant 3.0 revolution per second. Assume the cord is horizontal, that the gravity can be neglected. Determine A, the acceleration in the object, and B, the tension in the cord. So, given tayo ng mass na 200 grams, radius na 1.20 meters, angular velocity na 3 revolutions per second, and given din ang pinapahanap sa atin is the acceleration and yung tension doon sa cord natin, yung force natin. So, for the angular velocity, convert lang natin siya, no, into radians per second. Kasi in terms tayo ng revolution. So 3.0 revolution per second and 2 times 2 pi rad divided by 1 revolution is equals to 6 pi rad per second. Therefore, ito po is 18.85 rad per second. Again, ang pinapahanap sa atin si centripetal acceleration and si centripetal force. For centripetal acceleration, given tayo ng formula na tangential speed divided by the radius. And ito po yung isa sa ating alternate formula, radius times the squared of the angular velocity. So we have 1.2 meters times 6 pi rad squared. Rad per second quantity squared. So we have the centripetal acceleration of 426.37 meters per second squared. Then to solve for our centripetal force, alam natin ang formula natin is MAC, mass times centripetal force is equals to the mass times the centripetal acceleration. Sinabi na rin na kailangan pwede nating i-neglect, no, yung force of gravity natin. So convert lang natin, no, yung natin into kilogram kasi yun yung ating standard unit talaga na ginagamit, no, for mass. So we have 200 grams times 1 kilogram divided by 1,000 gram. It is equal to 0.2 kilograms. Then direct substitution, no, doon sa ating formula. FC is equals centripetal force is equals to 0.20 kilogram times 426.37 meters per second squared. Ang makuha po nating value dyan is 85.27 Newton. And yan po, no, yung ating last topic for the final period. And dyan nag-e-end yung ating discussion.